While staying in Oahu, we rented kayaks to paddle out to an island commonly referred to as Chinaman's Hat. Its Hawaiian name is Mokoli'i, and I apologize for any likely mispronunciation of that. The kayak trip to Chinaman's Hat is relatively short at less than a half mile each way, and while the paddle to the island is easy, the hike to the summit is not. I'd actually describe the ascent up as more of a scramble than a hike. There are multiple companies that rent kayaks, but we couldn't find any that deliver to Kualoa Regional Park, which is the most common launch point. Generally speaking, the kayak rental company will provide foam and show you how to strap the kayak to the top of your rental car. I love exploring tide pools, so I was excited to see a bunch of crabs on the island. Unfortunately, they were quite fast and difficult to catch on camera. There's no actual marked trail on the island, so we headed the wrong way at first, but it was still fun to explore. If you're planning a trip to Chinaman's Hat, assuming you take a relatively straight paddling route, you're going to want to head south, not north.
Nice and easy.
It's a bit difficult to capture with a GoPro, but the route up is pretty steep and slick, which can be a challenging combination. Also, maybe don't attempt this in tevas like I did. I'm used to wearing them hiking, and I didn't want to get my trail runners wet while kayaking, so I figured it would be fine. But I feel like once I got to the scrambling section, I would have felt more comfortable in my trail runners.
Might be angled down a little more.
I made it almost to the top, but not quite, which is mildly disappointing as I know I had the physical ability to make it.
I don't know if I'm going to go out.
My problem was with the exposure. If you've seen some of my other vlogs, you know that I am not a fan of heights, though it is something I'm working on. This last section wasn't any more technically difficult than when I scrambled up to get to this point. It was, however, significantly more exposed on all sides, which triggered my fear of heights. Once I get on something and get scared, my legs unfortunately start shaking, which makes things more difficult. And the risk of a fall from here is pretty significant. So I made the decision to enjoy the adventure I had had up to this point and stay safe for a bigger adventure that was coming up in a few days. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see my attempt at my highest summit yet. I believe this is a zebra moray. They like the outer edges of coral reefs, and their diet mainly consists of crustaceans. If you want to see more from my time in Oahu, I'll leave links to my 2 other videos in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to be always adventuring.